Good day. Welcome to another Atari 8-bit gameplay video by me, Robert. I've got queued up for you here right now what I'm assuming is the Atari conversion of the arcade game, which, if I'm not mistaken, I didn't actually look that up before, I believe was an Atari game in the arcades. If I'm wrong, you can let me know all about how wrong I am in the comments. There's very little option here, one or two players. This is a 1981 game, at least according to this screen, so I'm sure that's when it was, which makes it relatively early in the Atari home computer lifespan. Now, the graphics here are looking pretty primitive. This is not a game that I ever played on the Atari 8-bits, I don't think. I definitely played in the arcade. It was a cool game. It had a trackball to control your crosshairs for moving your cursor, your fire target around the screen. It had 3 missile bases that you could choose to fire from with buttons, and yeah. So this game seems to have all the gameplay, or well, I don't know about all, has very much the same kind of gameplay elements as the arcade version. Now, I played this game to death on the Atari 2600, which was my first home video game console, as well as my real big time introduction to home video games. It did not have a lot of the elements of this game. There's the arcade things, things like what happened in the arcade, the UFOs and the planes that come across, and they can launch missiles down on your cities as well. I believe it also only had the central missile silo, but you know, the missiles did not separate and spawn new missiles like they do here. Multiple warheads, I guess, might be the metaphor there. And the explosion effects on this version are very similar to the arcade in that as they overlap, it gives kind of a, I don't know what, they have different, you can see sort of the white, the pulsating colors and the overlapping with the black, which is actually a nice effect, especially on the arcade version. Uh-oh, lost a city there. If you get a certain number of points, I think, you regenerate cities. And the explosions, if you set things up right, can take out other missiles, and they can chain nicely. Oh, there's a smart bomb. Ooh, my silo. Oh no, oh, hey, my silo regenerated. I guess that's that's a good thing. You have a limited number of shots on each level, as indicated by the sort of, you get bonus points for how many you have left. So I guess when you get your silo gets hit, you lose probably some number of shots of missiles yourself. Smart bombs can be tough to hit, as they can jig up and down and side to side a little bit to avoid the explosions. So you have to be, I think you can get them by pinning them between explosions, or, which I did not succeed at there, or being very accurate with your shot, which I kind of did there. Oh my, come on. Anyway, I gotta say, for something with pretty primitive graphics, the gameplay is there. I lost a couple cities that time. When all your cities are gone, you are finished. The game is over. So instead of having lives, it's it's about having cities remaining to protect. And if you lose all of your shots, your missiles, you're going to lose all of your cities, most likely. So anyway, I'm doing alright. Doesn't seem to be any variety in the difficulty settings, as far as I could tell. You can certainly let the missiles go that aren't going to hit anything, if you can consciously make that choice. Now that I've only got one city to protect, hey, you dumb guys. Now that I've only got the one city to protect, I guess that makes an easier choice in terms of what to defend. Just my base and that, that's kind of blinding. Alrighty. So, keep up a missile shield over my base and that one remaining city. Don't you launch extra missiles, you UFO. I am not getting extra cities here, which, that's a difference from the arcade as well as the 2600 version. I wonder why that, I'm not sure why that choice would have been made. It certainly makes the game harder, in a way. Can we get away from the eye glaring? Ooh, that's not much better. The black is striking, the contrast there between the black and the pink, but it's not very attractive to look at. Not too easy on the eye. Come on, you doughheads. Yes, insult the smart bombs by calling them doughheads. That will impress them. 54,000. Look at me go. I don't know what the deal is with the characters at the top there. They don't seem to mean anything. Last city down. I think I am officially reached game over here. The end. In the arcade game, the end screen... Oh, here we go. I was going to say, you get a bunch of explosions that kind of consume the letters to some extent anyway. So they've implemented that, which is nice. What do I think of that? That's pretty good, actually. It's a little weak in that, you know, the graphics are quite chunky, and there's not much sophistication, or no sophistication really, to the sprites. They're just monochromatic. The smart missiles are gigantic blobs, I think, triangular blobs. In the 2600 version, actually I don't remember what they look like. I feel like they were smaller though, or represented with a smaller object. I might fire up the 2600 and have a version and maybe record it here. Of course, I need to do that via emulation at the moment. I do have a Mr. FPGA system, which I'm not using because I don't have any way to record from it. I'll have to get that sorted out because the Mr. is truly an excellent platform for emulating, well, it's not really emulation, but for playing on, experiencing old computer systems, consoles, and arcade games, as well as some original things that have been programmed for it. It's quite the thing. That wasn't the intent by Intel in making it. I don't think was to provide a platform for video game simulation and emulation and consoles, but that's probably the most prominent usage of the platform, I would say. It really is excellent for the purpose. So if I get set up to record from that, I might, well, no, not might, if I get set up to record from that, I'll probably use that as my platform of choice for making videos. In any case, Missile Command. Pretty good, at least for 1981. I think there's room for improvement, but I don't know that anyone did. I noticed there is actually a Missile Command X. Maybe I'll check that out here and see how it is. In any case, I hope you got some enjoyment out of that. Thanks very much for watching, and take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.